Ukraine. Now, Piyush, my colleague, also joins us from the Ukraine-Belarus border. Piyush, we had been speaking about how Belarus's role has become very, very clear. And just a few minutes back, we had also seen how the Belarusian army had been returning to base after a field exercise. What more are you picking up from where you are right now? What is the situation on the ground with respect to Belarus's role in the Russian aggression now that is very, very clear?
Well, absolutely, Priyanka, like you rightly pointed out that yes, the Belarusian role in this aggression has come out clean, and we can clearly see as to how the Russian troops are there deployed at the Mazir area and also at the Gomel area. Now, what we are learning is that these Belarusian troops which had gone there at the border areas is now seen returning. Also, we have also got these visuals where we can see the troops returning back. You would also remember a couple of days back as to how we had shown to our viewers the massive deployment of Russian troops there at the Ukraine-Belarus border. They had basically, the number of troops were deployed basically at the areas connecting from Gomel and also there at the Mazir, and these are the very important places where the Russian troops are deployed. What Belarus is now claiming is that though it is not actively participating, but we can clearly see the Belarus becoming staging point for Russia. Not only with post-war but also pre-war, we had seen around 30,000 troops did joint exercise there at the Gomel area of Belarus, and after that those troops stationed there, and then Ukraine claims that these troops are being used to attack the Ukraine from the western side. Ukraine is also saying that in a couple of days there could be a massive attack which could be launched by the Belarus from the western side, because we are already seeing eastern, northern and southern parts of Ukraine being attacked from Russia, and now this from the western side Belarus army could be asked by Russia to attack Ukraine. This is what Ukraine is claiming. But what Belarus is saying, Belarus is saying that they had a couple of days back intercepted a missile there from which was coming in from Ukraine, but with the help of Russia they were able to neutralize that. This is what the Belarus is saying. On this allegation of Belarus, now Ukraine has also come out saying that this is a false flag which is being raised by Belarus, because it also wants to join Russia in attacking Ukraine, but Ukraine is very much ready to defend itself. This is what Ukraine is saying. So that's the dynamic which we are right now playing, and the kind of role which we are picking, and the kind of role which we are right now can clearly see which Belarus is playing as far as this entire war is concerned. We are already seeing the kind of sanctions which Russia is facing. Similar sort of sanctions are here also in Belarus, though we are not actively seeing the participation of Belarus army, but yes, it has become a staging point for Russia, where we are already seeing the troops being deployed in large numbers at the border areas connecting with the Ukraine. We'll have to wait and watch how the things are further going to take place. Remember, Priyanka, that 5 rounds of talks have already taken place, but still we are seeing as to how the cities, be it of the Kharkiv city, Kiev city, these cities are continuously being attacked. Yesterday itself we saw how 8 people had lost their lives. What Russia is saying that Crimea should be recognized as the independent one, and Ukraine must amend its constitution, saying that it is not going to join any bloc. In fact, as the negotiations are taking place, we are already seeing as to how many cities of Ukraine continues to be attacked by Russia. If you go by the strategy of Russia, what Russia is doing, Russia is continuously trying to mount in pressure on Ukraine by saying
that's a very valid point that you're making, Piyush. Actually, to push that point a little further, we have been seeing how the kind of diplomatic conversations have been taking place, and then we also saw visuals. You had in fact been tracking that meeting as well that had taken place between the Belarusian president and the Russian president, and now we see the counterclaims by the rest of the world as well, the Western country trying to build pressure on the financial sanctions on Russia as well. But on the ground, but can Belarus even deny anymore that they are in fact aiding Russia in this? Earlier as well, we had seen the kind of posturing that Belarusian army had also done. What more are you picking up from the Belarusian government sources as well as to what is their demeanor like to this entire diplomatic conversation that is going on?
Well, in fact, Priyanka, like you rightly pointed out, that yes, Belarus has been denying this fact, but it is very important to understand that though officially it continues to deny that there is no involvement of Belarus, and we have also seen the statement which was released by Belarusian government where it said that there is no active participation of Belarus in this war. But we are seeing that Russian troops are there. It has now become a staging point for Russia, not only this time, but before February 24th, when the invasion was begun by Russia on Ukraine. Before that also we had seen the Russian troops here. So though Belarus continue to deny, and also we are also not seeing Belarusian army there at the places where Russian troops are deployed, but Russian troops are here. That we nobody can deny, because we have also got those pictures. Belarus is also saying that in fact it has been seen standing with Russia since beginning. We have seen how the president of Belarus had gone there to Moscow, where he spoke with President Putin and said that West always tried to stop Russia and Belarus. In fact, the economic sanctions, those are there in place. Those were also discussed between both the presidents. A very serious allegation was also leveled by Belarus, saying that Ukraine was in fact trying to do a very big attack on Belarusian army, but that was also stopped with the help of Russia. This was also the claim of Belarusian president. So claims versus counterclaims continue to take place. Ukraine is saying that in a couple of days back from now, there could be some sort of attack that could be launched by Belarus. But Belarus continues to deny that there is any involvement of its involvement